Well, he has speed and power, and when he puts them together, it's very amazing. I mean, people don't really realize how fast Manny is until they get in the ring with him, and I think Floyd's going to be a little bit surprised about the speed and power that Manny possesses.
Now, last before I let you go, Freddie, your predictions before the fights have become pretty legendary about like what round is going to end in and such. What's your prediction for this fight?
Well, I think Manny can knock him out somewhere along the way. But the thing is, we're not going to go in there looking for that. We're just going to win every round one at a time, and if a knockout comes, it comes.
Still see Mayweather winning. I think Mayweather's too ring smart for Manny. Manny makes too many mistakes. The advantage and disadvantage, the advantage for Manny, he's got Freddie in his corner. The disadvantage for Floyd, he's got Floyd Sr. in his corner.
For me, I got to go with Floyd. American fighter, undefeated. I have to go with Floyd. May 2nd, I think Floyd going to pull that off easy. He don't got to go for the knockout. You got to be smart. If it do happen, it happens because Manny already been proving that he can get knocked out. He didn't get knocked out, he had a concussion. He was sent to the hospital. Anytime you get a concussion like that, the person don't know about boxing, like myself, know what came behind that was the brain hit the skull. Okay? And the thing is, if it would have been an American fighter at the time, that would have happened too. Your history would have been over. Career over. So I gotta go with Floyd, May 2nd.
Teddy, in the beginning you liked Mayweather, now you like Pacquiao. Why the change of heart?
Because I was thinking about the way he fought Madonna in his last fight. He had options. We all have options. We're in the greatest country in the world. We have options. People shouldn't forget that. We have choices other people don't have. And he could have fought him where he made a miss and he spit back at him, but he didn't. He used his legs, and I'm not knocking him. He's a smart son of a gun. He's making a lot more money than me. So, but he used his legs, he pot shot it, and he grabbed. And he did it all night long. It wasn't a great fight, but it was an efficient fight for him. That showed me that he's moved towards that place that I'm talking about more and more careful. He's getting closer to the horizon where he's going to walk off with all that money. He wants to be okay. I don't blame him. But it shows you that he's thinking about that. And he's showing in the ring in the way he goes about his business in the ring. So if he's going to be more defensive-minded maybe than ever before, that made me change my mind and say, maybe that gives Pacquiao a chance to outrun him.
I'll be there. I'll be there at the fight. I'll be there. I think it's a whoever shows up that night can win the fight. Whoever shows up that night can win the fight. I believe if Manny Pacquiao doesn't try too hard, he has a chance. But if he goes in there and reckless, throwing millions of punches and he gets sloppy, if he uses his feet, come in and out, use angles, he has a good chance. And as far as Floyd Mayweather, I just expect him to go in there, use his movement, stay away from the left hand, land the right hand, land a couple body shots, break him down a little bit, and get Pacquiao frustrated. And who I got winning the fight, I think whoever shows up that night win the fight. But if I had to bet on somebody, I'll have to bet on Floyd Mayweather by decision.
Okay, you have a problem with all the softballs. The second just ain't getting here fast enough.
I think I slightly lean towards Floyd, only by the narrowest of margins. It was a few years ago, Floyd looked untouchable, and Manny looked when he fought Timothy Bradley, excuse me, and then Marquez, he looked like Manny had seen better days, and Floyd was looking better than ever. But lately Floyd has been looking not quite the force, still a wonderful force, beating Maidana, that's no mean feat, but not quite at the standard we've expected of him. And to be honest, Manny has been looked better and better since his bad knockout defeat. When you get knocked out, when you do get knocked out, the first one back is always the toughest, really. And I think Marquez has looked better and better since the Marquez knockout, and he's looking, he'll look at that fight of Floyd's against Maidana and think, I've got half a chance now. Well, if anyone's going to beat Floyd, it'd be someone who's got fast hands, fast feet. He's fought all the big punches. He's too good defensively. He picks them off and shoulder rolls, and I mean, that's what he likes, fighters coming towards him. But I think if Manny uses the type of tactics he did against Oscar De La Hoya, uses his speed and movement and boxing, footwork in and out, I think that's the style that could beat Floyd. So it's going to be very, very interesting. But thank Lord it's on.
50-50 fight, obviously I favour more Mayweather because obviously Mayweather's the better boxer, skillful fighter. Manny Pacquiao's been knocked out since then and stopped, and you know he's lost a few fights. But 5 years ago maybe it would have been a 50-50 fight, but now I think it's still going to be a 50-50 fight. You don't know what can happen, but I think I favour more towards Mayweather.
What do you feel each man has to do, like, in order to be victorious? What do you feel?
Mayweather has to just be smart, stick behind his jab, in and out movement, and Pacquiao has to put a lot of pressure on him and throw all the shots from different angles.
So when you think about the two fighters, and the people that gave Pacquiao the most difficult time in his career, only the people that threw over 100 punches around. Bradley, Marquez. Floyd doesn't throw nowhere near 100 punches around. You know what I mean? He's more of a scientific fighter. He really plots a lot, and he sits around and he poses, and this guy is all over his crazy movement. I don't think that's just my opinion. I just don't think he's going to be able to play that plotting skill, like pop, pop, pop. I don't think this guy's this guy's like perpetual motion. He's all over the goddamn place. He's picking up. I just don't know.
He's got to jump on him really hard, though.
Oh, listen, Floyd got to fight the first couple of rounds. He has to fight.
Right.
He's not going to score. He's going to lose the round.
Right.
He's going to lose the round if he lay back. He's going to lose the round.
Well, that's what Cus told Ali. You got to come out right away and smack him with something.
You got to come out punch. You got to throw a couple of boom, boom, with every punch. And you got to keep the jab, keep it distant, and move, spin with him. The guy's just like a Pac-Man.
Okay. Now I gotta ask you about Mayweather-Pacquiao. You've said many times in the past that you feel that Mayweather's gonna win. But I just wanted to ask you, in the case that Pacquiao does win, like, how do you think it will happen?
I think if Pacquiao does win, we're gonna have to see him controlling the range over Floyd. I think Floyd's biggest weapon is his ability to intelligently control range. And if Pacquiao can be the one to control the range, it means he'll dictate his ability to be inside and get off his combinations and be outside when he wants to. I think Pacquiao's biggest problem is going to be his ability to get off all those punches, because in order to get off all those punches, he's going to have to find his range. You can't be, no matter how fast you are, how hard you hit, if you don't find your distance and your range correctly, that's all ineffective, and you can't even get those kind of shots off. So I think the key to winning the fight is range control from both sides. I think Mayweather does it better than Pacquiao, but if Pacquiao can somehow figure out ways to control the range and steal the range, and by doing that, he's going to have to find creative ways of entering Mayweather's punch zone, aside from just jumping in. That's been my issue with Pacquiao. Mostly he just jumps in pretty much, no matter what he's doing, bouncing around all over the ring. At the end of the day, he stops bouncing and then just jumps in. So he kind of gives you that hitch, and I don't think you can afford that with a Floyd Mayweather. But if Pacquiao, he's in training camp, he's got a great trainer in Freddie Roach, and if they do come up with some creative ways to cut distance without walking into counters and starts to control that range and that distance, you're gonna have to put Floyd behind the 8 ball, and that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Well, you gotta give Mayweather the edge. I mean, he hasn't lost. He hasn't tasted defeat. But this fight is gonna rely upon, who feels the A game that night. This is a very intriguing fight. It's interesting because this fight is long overdue. But because both of these guys, Mayweather and Pacquiao, are anomalies. They represent the sport. So this is really about bragging rights. It's really, the final fight of their career. I'm excited. I would bet my house on either guy, and that's what makes boxing what it is. When there is doubt.
We're gonna play out the first time. He's gonna get his ass whooped then. He's gonna get his ass whooped now.
Man, it's gonna be a hell of a fight, man. I can see both of these guys winning. I just want this fight to live up to the building, and I think it will, man.
You really think it's possible to live up to all the hype?
All the hype with this matchup. They gotta fight. Yeah.
Thanks.
Mayweather's gonna do what he does, man. He's gonna be strategic. He's gonna move around the ring, and he's gonna pop shot all night. Pacquiao's going to come in with flurries, punches and bunches. He's going to try to trap Floyd on the ropes and take advantage of that. At the same time, Floyd's even on the ropes. He's going to try to pop shot with that right hand. So, I expect a beautiful pop shotting performance from Mayweather, and I hope to see a dog out of Manny Pacquiao.
Well, it's hard. I'm definitely not into who's gonna win the fight because I don't look at it as a fan looks at it, because I have a fighter who possibly can fight the winner. So I'll be looking at the winner a certain way and also the loser a certain way. But it's good that the fight is finally taking place, and it's great for boxing.
From a trainer's perspective, do you believe that Mayweather, he really does struggle with southpaws a lot? And that like Manny can present a lot of problems for him?
Well, most fighters, orthodox fighters, have to figure out a southpaw, but you can't say that. I mean, you know, you're talking about world-class southpaws. Every time you fall a lot of speed. Chop was a world-class fighter at the time. We're talking about old fighters. We're talking about young, tough fighters, you know, that were in their prime and very dangerous. But you can't say you struggle with them because anytime a guy wins 9 out of 12 rounds, that's a shutdown. You can honestly say it took him a minute to figure it out. But no way, form, or fashion did he struggle because if he went the whole distance and it was close, I can say he struggled. But if he won 9 rounds out of 12, that was not a struggle. He just figured it out, and then he went on from there.
I really think Manny has too much in his arsenal. I think he's quicker. He's he throws a lot more punches than Floyd does. I think Floyd's going to have a lot of difficulty dealing with Manny.
I think Floyd just got to be Floyd in boxing, be the winner that he's been being over the last 20 years, however long it's been. If he just does that, that should be enough for him. I think he just got to be smart and take his chances at the right time, pick his openings like he usually do, and he should be able to calculatively deal with Manny Pacquiao anything Manny brings. For Manny to win, he has to use his irrational way of boxing, the way he throws all the wild punches, that's so many punches at a time, the barrages that he throws. He has to use that to try to figure out a way to get to Floyd, or get through Floyd's defense. Because Floyd has impeccable defense, but Manny has to figure out a way to get through that defense. If he can find a way to get through the defense, he has to see also though, once he gets through it, can he have an effect on Floyd? Can he hurt Floyd? Because if he gets through it and can't hurt Floyd, he's still in trouble.
Pacquiao is a southpaw, and like we saw that Floyd, he kind of had, in the beginning, he struggled a bit with Judah. Corley do you see that fight plan? Do you see this fight, like the same thing happening in this fight?
No, I don't think he'll struggle early. I just think he had to go out and get his jab established. But because he wants his fight so bad, it's a little bit different. See, it's like with Corley and Judah, he wasn't really the upside guy. He only had something to lose, nothing to win. So it was one thing. In this fight, he got something to win. So it's different. But the way I see it going for Pacquiao, I feel like if the fight goes 12 rounds, Pacquiao has a chance of being ahead in 12 rounds. Unless Floyd can hurt him early, because if Floyd can hurt him, which Floyd can do, then it won't be a problem. But to me, Floyd would be the boxer, Pacquiao would be the puncher. However, Floyd could be everything he wants to be because he has the most truth. So in the fight like this, you think Floyd got a better chance of knocking Pacquiao out and winning the fight. And then Manny got a better chance of making a long fight. Trying to knock Floyd out, but we don't know for a fact that he can get to Floyd.